All right, shalom, 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 shalom. Brother good dog, boy, Yahweh with service of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, a branch out here in Wisconsin. Hope you had a your Pash Shabbat. All right. First, I'm gonna start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Howard Kodash. All praises to the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elder apostle, elder bishops of Great Millstones through well. Peace and blessings to hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom. All right, so as you've seen the topic, War of the Worlds, that movie with Tom Cruise, and it's symbolic, man. It's symbolic to the chariots of the Lord, to the angels of the Lord, man. Because what did them so-called UFOs do when they hit Earth? They wreaked havoc, man. You know, it was an alien invasion, man. That's how it's gonna be when Yahweh Shai come back, man. It's gonna be like an alien invasion on this realm, man. You know, you're gonna see a big old father ship like on Independence Day, and you're gonna see a bunch of lesser, smaller ships, man. Right? And I'm just gonna get out some precepts. You know, I ain't want to keep this too long. I just want to bring out some edifying precepts. This is Psalms 104, and I'm start at verse 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, O Lord, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, right? Because the Lord created the so-called chariots, man, what the world ignorantly call UFOs, man. He created those things, man, right? Who covereth thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain. Right? Verse 3. Who led the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the cloud his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So this is a straight cut right here to you Christians that say, ain't no UFOs gonna deliver no Israelites, ain't no UFOs gonna deliver us. Man, ain't no horse, because back in the Zaquan days, they also called chariots, the horse chariots, for better words, meaning they a chariot of war, for better words. Like you used a horse, and behind that horse was like this seating or standing, how can I say, like a trailer that men, when they went into war, that's what they used. So long I can't remember the name of it, but that's what they used. They held onto the horse, and they, saying, held behind the horse. They was like in like this little, let me just get it, so I don't butcher it. Bakasha. Right, Con. It was called a chariot, Con. So I'm gonna show you a picture. You see that? That's a chariot, right? That's a chariot. But these ain't floating in the sky, man. Right? They're not in the wind. They don't have, what I'm saying, they can't fly, man. Right? So the Lord definitely ain't talking about these things, man. Right? And they sure can be laden in the waters, man. Right? Because we know what happened to Pharaoh's army, the chariots of Pharaoh. They drowned, man. Right? It says, who led the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the cloud his chariot. So UFOs are camouflaged with the clouds, man. Right? And so-called UFOs. And we call those chariots of the Lord, the angels of the Lord. Right? All right. So let's get some more. Just repetition, what I'm saying, just for edification's sake. The Lord got delivered into a chariot, right? And you can read that in the book of Acts 1, right? Ezekiel seen chariots, right? Let's get Isaiah 60. Isaiah 60 and 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud? Chariots, so-called UFOs, fly as clouds. Sometimes they be camouflaged with the clouds, man. Right? And as the doves up to the windows. That's a chariot. It's talking about a so-called UFO, man. Right? It's talking about a so-called UFO. Nothing else is able to do this. Let's get someone keep that one go back shot. Someone give me 1 second. Pull up this precept. Um, Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Right. So even during the time of Moses, the Lord descend down in chariots. Right. Had chariots. You seen angels in the chariots. Um, verse 18. Thou hast ascended on high. Thou hast led captivity captive. Thou hast received gifts for men, yea, for the rebellious also, that the Lord power might dwell among them. Right. And then you can also say, and if you read Isaiah 66, the Lord is going to come with chariots, right? Let's get that as well. Isaiah 66 and 15. Um, for behold, the Lord come with fire. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, Salakia, and with his chariots like a whirlwind. Right? So the Lord ain't about to be coming with no horses, as I just showed you, man. No horses with men on the back of them, man. No, he ain't about to be coming like that, man. Right? um, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Right? And let's get that counter with Ezekiel. Okay. Prove all things, man. All right. Let's start at Ezekiel 1. And Shalom King Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Bashim Rakadash Barakatah. Throughout for tuning in. Let's start at Ezekiel 1 and verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, man. And a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. So let's see if I can get uh, a quick picture of what Ezekiel was basically seeing. If I can get it, Lord willing. All right, Con.
Did you know Google makes a phone? Sure, it's beautiful, but it does things other phones can't do, which is how it helps take annoying items out of pictures. Introducing our newest Google Pixel phones. Switch now.
Slunky, I don't want to get copyrighted, Slunky. Just want to let that pass by. All right. So I want y'all to look at this, man. This is what Ezekiel was saying. Lord willing, you can see it, bro. With Bakasha. This is what Ezekiel was saying, man. Right when it was coming, showing itself, when that chariot was manifesting itself, this is what he was seeing. See, y'all see that? See that? You see that? Them flames and stuff. So I just wanted to show that. Right? Oh, that's the better one right there, your con. See that? All right. So that's what Ezekiel was seeing, man. All right. So let me keep going. Um, Also, out of the midst thereof came like the likeness of four living creatures, and there was and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and everyone had four faces, and everyone had four wings. He seen the angels as well, man, which inside the chariots, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. So so this is telling you the color of these angels, man. Burnished brass, our skin tone, for better words. And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their four sides, and they four had their faces and their wings. The wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, the, they four had the faces of man and the faces of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side. They four also had the face of an eagle. Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. Two wings of every one were joined one to another, and two covered their bodies. Right. And they went everyone straight forward whither the spirit was to go. They went and they turned not when they went. As for the lightnings of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps. It went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning. Right, and the living creatures ran and returned as the appearance of flash of lightning. Right, so let's keep going because Ezekiel gonna get into seeing the four wheels, which is I wanted to show as well. Now as I beheld the living creatures, behold, one wheel upon the earth by the living creatures with his four faces. One appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl, and they four had one likeness, and their appearance of their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel, right? A wheel within a wheel, right? So let's get a picture on that. Again, I'm trying to keep this as quick as possible through the spirit, right? Because the worlds was symbolic to the chariots. Let me see. All right. Okay. Yeah, Con. That's a better looking one. All right. A wheel within a wheel. You see that? A wheel within a wheel, man. All right. This is what Ezekiel seen, man. A so-called UFO, man, with the angels driving it, man. All right. And I just wanted to get that, and I also wanted to get what these chariots gonna be doing for you. How about Shem Shah, man? I'm gonna show you this video first. This World of Worlds video, so you'll know that these chariots gonna be zapping stuff, man. They ain't gonna be playing around. And then I'm gonna get a precept, and I'm gonna close it out because this is what the Lord want these chariots to do when they get here, man. All right, and we're not making this stuff up. Yes, the Israelites will be delivered by chariot or by chariots, for better words. All right, so bear with me. Lord will I don't get a copyright, but hey, I might. You hear that charge? And watch what the Lord gonna have with these chariots doing when they do his bidding. This is gonna happen for real, man. Zap, zap. Look, zap, zap. Look, zap, zap, zap. Look, you see that? So I don't want to play too much, but you need to go watch. Y'all brothers and sisters need to go watch that movie, man. Because the Lord gonna have His angels doing that, man. Them church, they gonna be zapping people, man. Right? Let me get a precept. This last a precept so you understand the reason why I was showing that part. It was zap, zap, zap. All right, let's get that precept. Zap, zap, all through it, man. All right, let's get Psalms. They was really running. They get the book of Psalms. You can also read about chariots in Zechariah 5. Um, Psalms 18 and let's start at verse 6. This is about King David, right? In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. So you see how them chariots on the movie was zapping folks. Hey, that's how the Lord. That's what the Lord is. They like dragons, man. Smoke out of his nostrils, right? Fire out of their mouth. That's them laser beams, man. Right? Um, he bowed the heavens also and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. All right. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. And guess what? When that fellowship cracked the sky, it's gonna be loud, man. It ain't gonna be no just silent. It's gonna be loud, man. It's gonna be real loud. It's gonna sound like thunder and the rumbling and stuff, man. Just like I showed you up on Independence Day with all that fire and stuff and booed under it and stuff, man. It might even be lightning and stuff mixed up inside stuff because he got some massive ship coming into our realm, man. And so you gotta think about that. All right, the Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomforted them. Right? So, I just want to show that, man, through the spirit. Let's get one more. All right, Job 41 and start at verse 19. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. And that's talking about them laser beams and them chariots and so-called UFOs, man. Right? All right, so Con, that's what I wanted to get Con. So again, man, that movie, Lord of the Rings, and Slonky, not Lord of the Rings. I mean, the Lord much when we watch Lord of the Rings because there's a lot of spiritual food in that too. But that movie, War of the Worlds, is symbolic to the so-called UFOs, man. Because Esau know what the UFOs are, what the chariots are, man. They know about it, man. And to you Christians, the chariots aren't they ain't men riding back on horses, man. Right? They're actually celestial vehicles, man, or salvation vehicles, man. Hey, Shalom King, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim, Krokadash, Barakatah. Thought for tuning in. I was just ended it up. I'm glad you tuned in too. I can actually put you up as a moderator. But yeah, Khan, that's what I wanted to bring out, through the spirit. Because hey, a lot of these Christians, they be like, oh, the Lord ain't about to deliver us in no spaceships. Hey, we went from slave ships and we gonna go and lead back out of this place on the spaceships, man. There's a reason why the government took so long to release documents on the so-called chariots of the Lord, and while we seeing them a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because we in the latter days, man. You know, and then also let me get another one before I close it, so you'll know how are the eyes of the Lord um upon a sinful kingdom, man. Right? We know He's watching, but hey, we got the chariots report back to Yahweh Shah, and Yahweh Shah report back to the Lord, right? Because they have a duty to do, man. Let's get and because the chariots, the angels, so-called angels, are the eyes of the Lord, man. Because the Lord ain't gonna about to come down off His throne to come and see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to do that. He got henchmen, for better words, under him, man. Right? So they report. They see go to and fro, in and out the earth, flying back and forth everywhere over the earth. And they report back to Yahweh Shah, and Yahweh Shah report to the Heavenly Father, man. And that's how it go. This is on Amos 8, on Amos 9 and 8, Salakia. Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. All right. So the Lord is telling you that He got eyes uh, going all over the earth, and they reporting back, you know what I'm saying, for what they see, man, what they saying the Israelites do, what they saying these nations do. Right? That's how the Lord be able to keep up with everything, man. Right? So, a Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect out there. You know what I'm saying? To those of you that can receive the truth and not this fairy tale that these so-called Christians put off, man. Say that the so-called UFOs ain't the angels of the Lord, man. They are the angels of the Lord, because you ain't about to see no chariot going in the ocean, coming out the ocean, going into the Shemayim, coming down from the Shemayim, flying everywhere over earth. You ain't about to see no man riding a horse do that. No natural war chariot that was earthly. You ain't about to see that, man. The only chariots that's doing it are celestial vehicles, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Hara, Wadash. All praise to Heavenly Father, who the word ignorantly calls God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. I'm your brother Godal, Bar Yahweh, with service of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, branch out here in Wisconsin. A double honors to the elder apostle, elder bishops of Great Millstones to be well. Peace and blessings to hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom. Wa ba ba. Till next time, Israel. Shalom.